Good morning, everyone. It's Mace coming to you again from Canada. We're going to continue on this series. This is part two of embarrassing and ignorant moments by Americans online. And this isn't to say that Americans are the only ones who fumble things online, but I just feel that when they do, it's certainly amplified more so than others. Number 16, these people. Dear Brits, if you're going to drop the word meal in the sentence, I had a meal, drop the A too. Example, I had meal. Not only do you get to drop another word, but it makes more sense too. Literally nothing that you just wrote makes any sense. Zip, zilch, zero, nada. I have no idea what this person is trying to communicate to me. They could work on their writing skills and communication skills. Response: as a Brit, I couldn't care less about what an American thinks about grammar and syntax in the English language. It's I could care less. It's not I could care less. Why does this keep happening? And did the Brit preemptively indicate that the American would not or that the American would disagree about the I couldn't care less? Because I couldn't care less. I already care less to the maximum amount possible. The I could care less means that you don't care less to the maximum amount. Like, you could still, like, it's you. Anyways, next one. And whatever is he saying about a something meal? Yes, I agree. Don't listen to me. This person has, like, it just, what is, you guys can explain what the hell is going on with that one. Because that one, oh God. I saw 5 burning U.S. flags on my way into work this morning. It's true. They're burning American flags all over Europe. I thought our president made that illegal. Made things illegal in other countries? Yeah, that's not how the law works. Because obviously U.S. laws apply all over the world. That people actually can hold these views. It's pretty wild. I think we have to admit. All right. Harvard, University of Massachusetts, is the oldest in the world. I don't think so. What is the oldest university in your country? Università di Bologna. Founded in 1088. Oldest university in the world, still in operation. Harvard is the oldest in the world. Yeah, just American ignorance about literally anything, because very, very bubbled people. They're bubble people. He's a bubble boy. Username checks out with it. I love my sister 18. Yeah, username does in fact check out. Thank you, Ryan James O'Driscoll. Experts recommend that people should educate themselves more by traveling abroad, studying a second language, and talking to people from other cultures and countries more often. Try getting your news from somewhere besides your local TV channel or a U.S. newspaper. There are plenty of ways to learn beyond your own backyard. And honestly, with all the information available online, there's really no excuse to stay ignorant anymore. I tend to agree. Broaden your horizons. Get some variety in your life. Talk to people that are different than you. You might learn something. Number 19. That's more money than many Europeans would make in their whole lives. Oh, this should be a doozy. Kaboom! No person would be stupid enough to give up EU citizenship for a meager 100. Wait. Okay, never mind. Breaking: the U.S. is considering paying Greenlanders $10,000 to $100,000 each to support secession from Denmark. We may soon witness the largest acquisition, so on and so forth. That's more money than many Europeans would make in their whole lives. No, that's completely incorrect. I don't know why this person would come up with that in their fantasy induced mind. Europeans probably make more than the average American. It depends on the country, obviously. Depends what they do. But I'm curious if the statistics were borne out. Like, I don't know what minimum wages are specifically like in every single country in Europe, but if I had to guess, I would say on the whole, if I had to guess, I would say minimum wages and wages in general in Europe are probably better. And there's a whole lot better work-life balance. You know, I think a lot of people, myself included, we can feel and are plugged into the rat race here, where we live on a very week to week, not relating that to like paying bills per se, but we work 40 hours this week. We work in these blocks, well, 2 week blocks basically. Well, I'm working 35 hours this week, 35 hours next week. There's 2 weeks in July. I'm going to take off. Okay, you have to book those you have to book those beforehand to make sure that you're going to get paid for your vacation time. We're not billionaires that just do whatever they want. I'd pay $10,000 to move to Denmark or Greenland from America. I'd like to escape, please. Number 20. Blood nearly boiling, but heart rate normal. Question D. Estimate the heart rate when temperature is 98.7 degrees Celsius, which I believe is the normal operating temperature for a human. Sounds about right. 0 beats per minute. They would be... I think they would be dead. Internal body temperature of 98.7 Celsius would be average heart rate. That is near the proper internal body temperature. Yeah, I wouldn't expect... We have no context surrounding this image, so let's just move on. I take Celsius for 98.7, Alex. Number 20. Yet we occupy your country with our military. That sounds like a very American statement. Which country, bro? All of Europe. You occupy all of Europe. Wow. First I've heard of that. Interesting level of arrogance there to take on an internet back and forth. A real keyboard warrior extraordinaire here. I love when people, Americans, speak about their militaries as this like we versus them type of mentality. This very strange, tribalistic naivety. You see this also with like sports fans. It's like, oh man, we killed you guys, bro. It's like, you didn't do shit. You were sitting on your couch drinking beer with, adding to the beer belly that you already have. What? Were you on the field? Were you making plays? Did you have input in the dressing room? Or you're just a balding, middle-aged loser? Oh, that was a bit harsh. America actually reduced its military presence by 90% in Greenland prior to laying claim on the sovereign territory. When I heard about the ludicrous idea of the U.S. offer to possibly purchase Greenland, I thought about all the people Trump screwed in his business deals along the way, and he knows nothing about the art of the deal. The art of the deal. Greenland will be ours. As his tactics are intimidation and bullying when he doesn't get his way, in the case of Greenland with military force. I'm gonna drink Diet Cokes, eat pizza and French fries very strongly. I have the best fitness level of any person throughout the entirety of history. I can actually deadlift 600 pounds. Just a deadlift this morning. They say my actual age is closer to 56 than my current age. I'm somewhat of a miracle, some might say. Americans can't ignore things that are happening on the other side of the world because they do impact us. Water availability and climate change and religious conflict, those are things that we don't pay attention. Those are things that don't pay attention to borders, says Kathleen Schwiel, former vice president of education at National Geographic Society. What's Trinity? I think of the Trinity test, right? Oppenheimer. It's also a biblical... I don't know. Do you know what Trinity means? It basically means a solid group of people. Well, it's three people or things, or it could be three, a lot, just three something. It means three. It could mean three. It could also mean 4, 5, 6. You're being sarcastic, right? The prefix tri means three. Not always. Does the tri in the word field trip mean you're going on 3 field trips? Don't always believe prefixes. Wow. The mental gymnastics to come up with that one are impressive. Impressive, indeed. All right. My brain hurts. Agreed, awkward lady. We can only do a few more. I'm going to do 2 more, actually. It's going to be a short video today. This list is just, it's taking it out of me. Seriously. Bro, nobody uses euros. Bro, nobody uses euros. A dollar is probably 3 euros or something. A dollar is the strongest currency. No, that's incorrect. In fact, you're grossly incorrect. $1 is 0.84 euros or 0.73 pounds. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Kaboom! Number 24. I thought no kings, though. The Danish kingdom, bro. They have a king. It's a kingdom. I thought no kings, though. No kings in the United States. Do we even need to comment on this? Look at this, 17,000 comments. Man, we are terminally online, a lot of people. We need to... The amount of minutes people wasting scrolling on their phones looking at trash when they could be like reading books or doing something more valuable with their time is pretty wild. And yet they let the orange stain self-style himself as one. It can be frustrating and challenging if you try to reason with ignorant people, especially when they hide behind their keyboards. And it's easy to jump straight into an argument, but that rarely leads anywhere productive. You can approach such conversations with curiosity, rather than being annoyed that you actually help someone learn, not just send them in an automatic defense mode. I agree with this approach, but the other person has to have a certain modicum of humility for that to actually work, and good faith. Provide facts from reliable sources to clear doubts if someone is willing to listen to them. The key, they're willing to listen. But usually, the person's like, da, 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 I can't hear you. I'm not going to listen, right? Number 25, they don't accept US IDs. Do you need a passport to travel freely around Thailand? Yes, you do. You need your passport to check in hotels and enter the country. They don't accept US IDs, driver's license. I guess I'll get a passport. I just didn't want to pay the fees. How the F were you going to travel then, OP? Oh, God damn.